Hey, Limit Breakers. Hope you're all having an awesome day. Today's theme is about how to show up and win online. Now, this is something that I've been talking about for the last few months. This is something that I've been working on with other people as of late. And it keeps coming up a lot for a lot of people about how to show up online and win online as well. Now, I've also done a few talks. I've gone into a few Facebook groups. I've been going around doing a few consultations, and the theme keeps coming up about like people are struggling to show up online or to win online, and challenges they normally come up with is things like, do I need a website? And if I have a website, I have a website, but it's crap, or it doesn't do anything, or that it's not performing. It doesn't generate leads. It doesn't generate sales. It doesn't help me with anything. So why do I need it? And I found it fascinating that that people do have, don't even have websites to begin with for their own product or services. And not that you need it. I wouldn't say you need it, depending on what you offer. But I would say it helps, right? It helps for people that look at what you do, look at finding out more about you. And for instance, you could look at my website. Mine is all about my products, my services, and also more about my content. So my podcasts, articles, and generally where I'm featured as well, which is getting added where I'm featured, because as of late, I've been doing more podcasting as a guest expert and just sharing about my journey, about, finding out why people don't show up online, why they struggle with showing up online, but also what does it mean to show up online and win? Like, what does that even mean, right? So let's be clear first about showing up online. Showing up online, it's about building the know, like, and trust factor with your friends and your potential clients, getting to know who they are, getting to know their values. Now, I talk about values is such an important thing. Like, people work with you because of your values or your company's values. They either work with you because your company's trustworthy, it's solid, it's responsible, you do what you say, you have high integrity. Those are the type of things why your clients work with you, right? Or they either value things that's aligned with you. If you're working on one-on-one basis or coaching business or something of service that you have a more close relationship, then it's things like, do you hold family valuable as part of your value? Do you both like pets, both like animals? Those kind of small things, but they make a difference between having that connection with your clients and something that you could get along with as well, with someone that you're working with. You don't want to, yes, you do want a professional business relationship, but you also want to talk outside of business. Do you share common interests, common themes, common values that you could talk about? Things like personal development, growth. That's one big thing for me. So anyone that loves growth and personal development, that's, we could talk about all day about that. And, if we talk about gaming or Lego or overcoming obstacles, puzzles, I love those kinds of things. Or you can talk about aliens and UFOs to me, and that's fine too. But what does it mean to show up online? Showing up online, yes, it helps build your know, like, and trust factor, but also your consistency about how often you show up online. As someone who has an online business, especially if you're building on social media, If you disappear for more than 2 or 3 days, then people kind of forget about you, which is why I make a point of posting a meme every day just for laughs. Selfish reasons for posting, because I want to laugh. Like, we can be so serious. We talked about this on the late chat show on Friday night about being so serious, but having more fun in your relationships, having more fun with your friendships, and on social media. You know, you can be so serious about doing business and stuff. Yes, that's important. It pays bills and whatnot. How are you helping other people? How are you serving other people? You know, how are you building on relationships? And that's something I'm working on, is working on a better, more deep, more meaningful connection with my friends, with my family, with my clients. And it's not just about, you know, money and income and business. You know, it gets so serious and people get so tense, which is why I love to have fun, more fun, and show up to have fun. You know, I could do things like this and create content like this and talk about the serious side of why you need to show up online and how to win online and those kind of things. But if we're not having fun, why are we doing it in the first place? And the whole online platform for me is all about having fun. And what does it mean to win online, right? For me, to win online is to grow every day, to break out my own confidence, come online on a live like this, to just talk about the subject that I want to talk about, and to show my face on camera, to grow confidence. That's how I win online. Like, if I'm doing a live every day, or if I post something that's beyond my comfort zone, that I'm sharing my knowledge, sharing my expertise, showing what I've learned and overcome and how I've overcome things, that's a big win for me. You know, that's a win for me. It's not about, you know, getting clients and signing contracts and getting gigs. You know, that all comes part of it, which is the nice part of it. But my reason for coming online and to show my face is so that I do build confidence, so I do demonstrate my expertise to myself, right? Because I always discount my knowledge, my expertise, and worth. That's a huge one. I don't feel worthy of showing up online. I don't feel worthy of sharing my knowledge, because I still feel I have a very long way to go. That's just my personal views, right? But I can my clients and friends and, you know, mentors can confirm my knowledge and expertise is good, is decent. At least it makes, you know, it gets results, right? It gets decent results. So I know I'm on the right path. I'm on the right track. But I'm always one of those people that just don't feel never enough or not worthy. So therefore, I'm constantly churning out content. I'm constantly pushing myself to grow deeper, to grow stronger, to be more wise with my knowledge, reaffirming my knowledge and my, you know, what I know and what I've learned over the years. So that's one way for me to show up and win. Now, that's an important factor that most people don't clarify and define, is what is winning for you to come online? Like, what is your purpose to show up online? Is it just to chill? Is it just to, you know, take some time out for yourself? Is it taking time out to build friendships and relationships with your people? That's the whole point of social media in the first place, right? It's to stay connected with your friends and family. But there's a lot of us that also do our side gigs and side business, or our business online, and you kind of missed the meaningful connections, because you're so focused about building the business, educating people about your business, your services, and you forget to connect. You know, the whole point of social media is connecting with your friends about what you do in your life, what you do in your spare time, what you do in your interests, your passions, your hobbies, what you're watching, what you're into. those kind of things. That's what social media is about. And it seems we've lost touch with the whole reason of being or coming online in the first place. And for me, coming online in the first place was to hide. For me, it was to hide from the real world. It was to disconnect myself from the real world and avoid the real life responsibilities. It was so I can stay in the virtual world. I used to be gaming in the virtual world, and I'd hide behind a keyboard, hide behind a character, hide behind a persona, right? That was my reason for coming online. But obviously I adapted, I changed, I grew into someone I wanted to be, externally in the real world, as well as internally, someone online. I wanted to make sure the person you see on camera, behind the keyboard, behind the character, behind the name, is someone who's real, who's living their values, someone who's able to show their face, be confident in themselves, and someone who wants to just be the best version of themselves. That's my intention of winning, right? So clearly define, what does winning online mean to you? Posting your content, posting your work, reaffirming your knowledge and expertise, demonstrating your expertise, how-to guides, tutorials, videos, all sorts, or podcasts. There's so many things. So going back to the presentation that I did it for another group recently, was, do I need a website? And showing up online, it's nice to have a website. It saves time. There's a shop window. It's 24 hours or 24/7 as long as your hosting's up. You save admin automations. You could generate automated sales. It gives you more credibility. So those are the reasons why people do have websites. And I did make this into a little post of a PDF document as well. So if anyone wants the list of the PDF of this that I'm talking about right now, drop me a note and I'll send it to you as well. Now, the thing with problems with websites online, and you're not utilizing your website, then the reasons why people don't utilize their website, these are the ones that I come across generally. No time to manage, don't have the technical know-how, confused user journey, costly agency fees, web developer goes AWOL, and no proper digital strategy. And, there's so many people that come to me and go, John, I want a website. Yeah, I could build you a website, no problem. But 3 to 6 months down the line, they're not even using the website because they don't know how, they don't know what to do with it, and they don't have a digital strategy how they utilize the website. So it just becomes another shiny object that they paid for but never used. And that's very common. And what I've also noticed is a lot of people who do build websites is they don't have, they could build decent, great websites, right? Super functional, super fast, has all the shiny features in it, but they with a business, how it automates a business, how it systemizes a business, how it could generate additional revenue for a business, because they don't really have much experience about how to do the marketing, the systems, the sales. And that's something that I've been working on recently, which is why, how I came about becoming a digital strategist, was because I generated the knowledge and expertise between all different departments. I worked through all different departments. I helped all different departments. I found out the problems, the challenges, and I generated solutions. And that's how I was able to become a digital strategist. And that's something that a lot of people don't have and they're missing. So building a website is the easy part, but it's being consistent with the content and driving the traffic and constantly showing up online, which is the trouble many businesses and individuals struggle with. You could be on Instagram, you're on TikTok, YouTube, Google Business, email marketing, you got networking events, then you got podcasts. Which one do you show up online with, right? If you don't have a website, you could show up on all these platforms. But again, what is your strategy? What is the use and purpose of these? what does it help you achieve in your business when you're online? And then the type of content, right? This is another one. I've been working on this the last 6 months, is producing different type of content just to see what works for me. Video content like this, that how I'm talking to you now, is the one that is best way for me. I generate so much thoughts, ideas, plans, and projects that just come out from this. But having the different types of content, things like expert advice like this, advice checklists, which is useful for most people, blog articles. I'm a bit lazy on writing, so blog articles hasn't been one that I've been really successful on. But what I am doing instead is transcribing my videos like this into written content, into articles. Then I could start using those for blog articles. Email newsletters, I haven't been consistent on that either. I've been building a list with my downloads, opt-ins for websites and stuff, and audits, but I haven't been consistent with my email marketing. So that's something I need to work on next. How-to videos, training guides, yes and no. I've been doing short ones, but it hasn't been enough to solve bigger problems. Like, I do short tutorial and training videos, but they're just very quick solutions. They're not like long-term massive results generators, but they're quick fixes for quick problems, right? So that's why I'm happy to make those. Case studies, before and after, I'm working on those with my clients so that I have a better before and after case study to work on. So why people would need to or want to work with me. At least I can provide an example about what kind of results we've been getting before and after, right? Webinars, that's a good way of demonstrating expert advice, giving value. And then report stats, that's another one. If you're someone that needs to make bigger, high-level decisions, reports, right? These are good to show to as companies, to investors, to loans and whatnot, projection and stakeholders. So stat reporting is another type of content that's good. But also, how you're getting on with your projects. That's probably another one. People do monthly reports about their online income, or how much a project is making them, or how they're getting on with their projects. So that's probably something that I'll be developing soon. Probably more about the podcast, like how my podcast journey has been going so far, because that's something that I've been working on consistently. And also the late chat show is starting to gain more traction, which is nice. FAQs, frequently asked questions, is a good way to solve customer queries, to handle objections that they may potentially have, save your sales team or you time from answering those questions that's already answered on the website. Prize draws, there's so many other. So that's a few ways of content. And then, so yeah, there's so many different things that you could do showing up online to win. And then if you don't have a website, what type of content to post. And then if you do have a website that's crap, that's not generating leads and not generating sales, a few ways you can go about this is do a quick rebuild. WordPress takes about 5 to 10 minutes to set up. Getting a template to set up, probably another 5 to 10 minutes, probably an hour max to get it set up. It may not look the way you want it properly, but to get a standard website up on WordPress only takes about an hour max, hour to 2 hours if you're being really perfectionism and trying to get everything looking good and neat and all that. But there's quick rebuilds on WordPress, many tutorials on YouTube, or hire a web developer for redesign. That's another quick way. If you've got bigger budgets, you don't want to waste your own time and to do it, hire someone else to do it. Hire another digital strategist like me to do it for you. Or you can hire an agency if you've got massive budgets. Agencies are more costly, but they have a bigger team. They give you the whole shebang, like the project projection, the planning, and all the benchmarks, and they probably spend more time on the planning and the projection stages of the proposal than they do working on the website. Especially when they build it on a WordPress website, right? They give you a massive, like 20, 30 page project proposal on the PowerPoint presentation. And the website probably takes a couple of hours to make, but they spend days and weeks on the proposal. So yeah, that's another thing I've seen in agencies. But they've got specialists and all sorts. That's why they're more costly. Another way, if you don't have a website, redirect it to one of your social media pages. At least have a domain name. That's a good one. It's a good start. How else could you show up and do win online? Doing Facebook Lives videos like this, videos, social media, competitions, special offers, podcasts, PR, email marketing, paid ads. So those are, other ways to generate traffic to your website. If you want more eyeballs on your content and more eyeballs on your website and stuff, those are quick ways. But again, it's down to your digital strategy. What is the process they're going through, and what's the purpose and intention of so many eyeballs on your content? That's another one. And everyone says it's a numbers game, but I believe it's more of a relationship game. Like, if you're not able to build the relationship and the connection with your clients and your potential users or potential customers, it doesn't really do much. I tried this with a few other things that I boosted on Facebook ads, and my intention was just to get eyeballs, but it didn't increase like subscribers, didn't increase engagement or things like that. So I was a bit wary about the paid ads. So it depends on your intention and what you're doing as well. If you're selling products, that's generally a good one. But if you're doing things like running podcasts and stuff, you get more listeners, but do they return after that episode? I don't know. That's not something that I've seen. But definitely paid ads does have its time and place and how you could use it. And so I'm going to wrap it up there. But that was something that I just came up with. I kept coming up with people struggling to show up online and say win online. But at the end of the day, it's what does showing up online mean to you? And what does winning online mean to you? For me, like I said and mentioned, showing up online for me, it's all about going beyond my comfort zone, looking at the camera, presenting my knowledge, sharing my expertise, sharing my knowledge, sharing what I've learned over the years, and speaking for long periods of time. Again, I thought this was supposed to be a 10-minute video. It's now become a 20-minute video, and I got used to it. That's the best way to grow your confidence, is to keep expanding. And there's something that I've been working on, expanding my inner world, how I see myself, how I feel about myself, my thoughts, but also expand it into the way that it comes out in the time I will consume and share my challenges and my obstacles and how I've overcome it. Because this isn't something that I'm used to. It's still something that I've been working on for many years to get myself to this point, right? Speaking doesn't come naturally to me. I'm normally introverted. I'm normally shy. I don't normally speak for long periods of time. So when I am sharing and talking about my expertise and knowledge and my passions like this, it's not normal for me. And it's something that I've always been uncomfortable about. But it pushes me and it helps me grow. And I know for a fact that it helps others as well. And hopefully, as always, my intention is always to inspire, influence, and impact people that connect with my content, people that engage with me, people who come into my life. And so that I make a little difference to someone else's world. That's what I do. And that's my intention. And that's how I measure my winning online. If it makes someone like my content, make someone engage with my content, someone tell me that my content is useful, and they didn't give up because they saw my content or they found something that helped them with a challenge in their life through my content. Great, fantastic. I've done what I needed to do. So, with that note, have an awesome day, and I will see you all in the next video tomorrow. So, peace out.